They fought in jungles, deserts, mountains, and seas. From World War II to modern peacekeeping missions, one truth has remained the same. When a Filipino soldier steps onto the battlefield, enemies take notice. But why? What makes this warrior so feared and so respected across the world? Today, we uncover the untold story of the Filipino soldier and why the world remembers their courage. The Filipino soldier's roots go back centuries, fighting colonial powers, resisting invaders, and surviving under brutal occupations. The Philippines was never handed freedom. It was won again and again by those willing to fight. During World War II, after the fall of Bataan and Corregidor, most nations would surrender, but not the Filipinos. Guerrilla fighters rose from the mountains and jungles, striking Japanese forces with relentless courage. The occupiers feared them because they could never crush their spirit. The Battle of Bataan is remembered not only for its tragedy, but for the unmatched resilience of Filipino and American troops who fought side by side, starving, outgunned, yet unbroken. Even in defeat, their courage terrified their enemies. General Douglas MacArthur promised he would return to the Philippines. Why? Because he knew the Filipino soldier would never quit. And when he did return, they fought with unmatched ferocity to reclaim their homeland. Filipino soldiers earned countless distinctions for bravery in World War II. From Medal of Honor recipients to guerrilla leaders whose names still echo in history, their sacrifices left an unshakable mark on the world. In the Korean War, the Philippines sent the Philippine Expeditionary Force to Korea, PEFTA. At the Battle of Yultong, Filipino troops faced a Chinese force 10 times their size and held the line. Their stand stunned the world. In Vietnam, Filipino engineers, medics, and soldiers were respected not just for their skill, but for their bravery under fire. Wherever they went, they earned admiration and fear from those who faced them. From the Middle East to Africa, Filipino soldiers have served as United Nations peacekeepers. Yet, even in peacekeeping, their reputation for bravery shines. Enemies think twice before testing them. The elite Philippine Scout Rangers are jungle warfare masters, trained to outlast, outthink, and outfight any enemy. Their unconventional tactics have made them one of the most respected special forces units in Asia. The Philippine Marines are feared amphibious warriors, capable of storming beaches, clearing jungles, and fighting in cities. Their discipline and toughness rival any Marine force in the world. Philippine Army Special Forces combine guerrilla roots with modern training. Experts in counterinsurgency and unconventional warfare, they specialize in turning the tide when battles seem unwinnable. The Naval Special Operations Group, sometimes called the Philippine SEALs, are trained in underwater demolitions, maritime raids, and counterterrorism. In island warfare, they are unmatched. From communist rebels to terrorist groups like Abu Sayyaf and ISIS-linked fighters, the Filipino soldier has been tested in some of the toughest counterinsurgency campaigns on Earth. They don't just fight wars abroad, they fight to keep their homeland safe. In 2017, ISIS-linked militants seized Marawi city. Filipino soldiers launched a brutal 5-month battle, reclaiming the city block by block. The cost was high, but the message was clear: no terrorist force could break the Philippine military. One reason Filipino soldiers are feared: their loyalty to each other. On the battlefield, they are brothers, willing to risk everything to protect their fellow soldiers. That bond makes them unbreakable. From the swamps of Mindanao to the icy winters of Korea, the Filipino soldier adapts quickly. Their ability to thrive in any environment makes them unpredictable and dangerous to their enemies. Stories abound of Filipino soldiers holding the line under impossible odds, charging into enemy fire, refusing to surrender, and never giving up. Fear does not control them, it drives them. American, Korean, Australian, and UN troops alike speak with admiration of Filipinos. To fight alongside them is an honor. To fight against them is a nightmare. Today, the Philippines is modernizing its military, buying new fighter jets, warships, and advanced weapons. Combine modern firepower with the age-old warrior spirit, and you get a force the world cannot underestimate. Because they never give up, because they fight with unmatched courage, because they turn impossible odds into victories, and because history has proven, time and time again, that the Filipino warrior's heart is stronger than any weapon. From South Korea to East Timor, Filipino troops have stood beside allies, proving loyalty and reliability in times of war and peace. Their presence brings reassurance, and their enemies know it. Discipline, respect, and integrity shape the Filipino warrior. Even in chaos, they hold on to honor. This code makes them trusted protectors, not just fearsome fighters. From nurses who risked their lives in World War II to today's female officers and combatants, Filipinas prove that courage knows no gender. They are warriors who inspire and lead with strength. The Filipino soldier reflects the resilience of the Filipino people, survivors of typhoons, earthquakes, and wars. That resilience becomes a weapon in battle. Many Filipino soldiers carry a deep spiritual belief. It gives them courage in moments of fear, turning despair into determination. Enemies face not just men, but warriors driven by faith. Filipino soldiers are known to bring guitars to camps, singing together under the stars. Music lifts morale, strengthens bonds, and reminds them what they fight for. It is their secret weapon of unity. Specialized reconnaissance units in the Philippine military excel at stealth. In the jungle, their enemies rarely see them coming, only the aftermath of their strike. Allies often praise Filipinos for their reliability, toughness, and heart. To fight beside a Filipino soldier is to fight with someone who will never abandon you. Filipino snipers are highly trained marksmen, deadly in both jungle warfare and urban combat. Their patience and accuracy make them among the most feared soldiers on the battlefield. Filipino troops are trained in survival skills, living off the land, making weapons from nothing, and thriving in harsh environments. Enemies can't starve them out, can't break them. The modern Scout Rangers carry forward their legacy, silent, fierce, and unstoppable. From counterinsurgency to hostage rescues, they remain one of the Philippines' deadliest weapons. Filipino combat medics have saved countless lives under fire. They rush into danger unarmed, proving courage is not only about taking lives, but about saving them. With modern fighter jets, helicopters, and paratroopers, the Philippine Air Force adds a new dimension to fear. When the sky opens, the enemy knows what follows. The Philippine Navy patrols one of the most contested regions in the world, the South China Sea. Their courage in defending sovereignty proves the Filipino soldiers' fight is not just history, it is now. Thousands of Filipino soldiers never returned home. Their sacrifice fuels the fear and respect that lives on today. Every fallen warrior becomes part of the legend. Filipino troops have served in dozens of UN missions worldwide. Their reputation is so strong that even in war-torn lands, their arrival brings hope. With cyber warfare, drones, and advanced weapons, tomorrow's battles look different. Yet the Filipino soldiers' spirit ensures they will adapt and win. What sets them apart is not just weapons or tactics. It is their willpower, loyalty, and heart. That is what enemies fear most. From grandfathers who fought in World War II to today's soldiers in Marawi, the stories are passed down, inspiring a new generation of warriors ready to carry the torch. The Filipino soldier's legacy is eternal. Fearless in war, faithful in peace, and unshakable in spirit, they will forever be among the world's most respected warriors. The Filipino soldier is not feared because of sheer numbers or modern weapons. They are feared because of their soul, born from struggle, hardened by sacrifice, strengthened by brotherhood, and guided by faith. From the jungles of Bataan to the streets of Marawi, from Korea to the South China Sea, the Filipino warrior has proven again and again that courage is greater than fear. Enemies may underestimate them once, but never twice. Because when the Filipino soldier stands his ground, he is not just a man with a rifle. He is the living spirit of a nation. And that more than anything, is why the world fears and respects the Filipino soldier. Clicking the subscribe button will definitely make the channel grow faster. Please subscribe.